Hey everyone, and welcome back to Real Talk with Dane. Today I got my very first guest. Very excited to have her on. It's a dear friend of mine, Michaela. Thank you for doing this with me.
It's a pleasure, Dave. It's a pleasure.
I must say, look, this is. Let me just start off by saying this. This was very out of our comfort zone. Like, I thought I was gonna be the nervous one, but I mean, it was good hearing your side of things and how you feel about, talking over a podcast and so forth. So I'm glad we're doing this. I'm glad we're on the same page in terms of nerves. But yeah, thank you so much for joining. It's There's a more appreciation coming from the fact that this is out of your comfort zone and you're still stuck through with doing it. So thank you. I really appreciate it. Um, there's a couple of topics actually that we want to run through today, and I'm just gonna touch base on each one. But I want to start off by asking you actually, because a lot of people declined when I asked them why or I want to do this.
I was one of them.
And yeah, you were one of them. But I mean, you said afterwards, look, Dane, it's fine, I'll do it. I'll do the audio. I won't do the video. I'll do the audio. So I mean, you still came out of your comfort zone, and yeah, thank you so much for that. Why though? Like,
I just felt like it's something good. Getting out of your comfort zone is something good.
yeah, of course.
And I just felt like I needed to help out a friend. So
Yeah, no, look, getting out of your comfort zone, it's definitely not easy.
no, definitely not.
But
I'm
yeah.
sitting here nervous.
But I mean, it helps you to grow.
Yeah.
I read this statement now the other day. Let me just go to it quickly. It said, it wasn't necessarily about comfort zone, but it was about growth. Okay, so obviously getting out of your comfort zone allows you to grow. And the statement said you should look at it as a tree. So it says it grows slowly. You can't even see its progress. And yet one day it towers gradually over everything around it. So, like, even though you can't necessarily see it, it's happening, it's in
It's there.
process, it's there. And when you look back in the next 5 years or next
You
10
will see
years, you're gonna see something big and
Yeah.
beautiful and whatever. And it's not just helping you, because when a tree grows, it doesn't just help.
One person.
Yeah,
the
it's
person that
it's everyone around,
Yeah.
for different reasons. It can be fruit, it can be of shade or whatever. So like growth is a big thing. Getting out of your comfort zone is a big thing. So yeah, round of applause to you for getting out of your comfort zone. So yeah. I also mentioned, like, earlier on, I said that it's funny that a lot of people declined,
Mm.
and a lot of confident people, or people I thought was confident, decline, and the less confident actually took up, always saying, look, I'm willing to do this with you and whatever. So you were one of them. So yeah, it's funny how we see things sometimes and so forth. Right. I wanna jump. So we've had offline conversations and so forth. I wanna jump into a couple of things that we spoke about. So, an interesting conversation we recently have. I'm talking a lot now, so I need to talk.
Okay. I wanted to.
Yeah, ask the
I'm
questions and
listening.
so forth.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to talk. We recently had a conversation about the honeymoon phase. So we're gonna look at a bit of relationships. Okay. So we we discovered, or we spoke about it being easy in the beginning in the
And
relationship,
the best part of the
the
relationship.
best part of the relationship, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, after the honeymoon phase, things just get,
Real.
yeah, things
Yeah.
get
So
real.
it becomes reality.
Yeah, because you're so in this bubble.
Yeah.
I think when you're in love and whatever. And I want
But
you.
then again, I want to add on the in love part.
Yeah.
Love isn't just a feeling. Love isn't a feeling. So I wouldn't just say because you're in love. It's
Mm.
just what the other person makes you feel, or how the other person makes you feel, should I say.
Yeah. Look,
Um,
it's not necessary. I'm not saying in love and love is the same thing.
okay, because it's not.
It's not. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think it is. I think I don't know. Do you wanna? I don't know. My I don't know if this is like right, but this is how I see it. Right?
Okay.
You can agree, you can disagree, or whatever. But I think being in love is more of the feeling and the phase of the honeymoon phase. Oh,
Yeah.
everything she does is cute and
Mm.
this and that, and there's no, you don't annoy me with anything you do, or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And then loving someone is more the commitment and that care and it's sticking through even though
Yeah.
you
when
annoy
everything
me.
is
Yeah,
getting too much.
yeah. So that's, I don't know if you agree, but that's just my interpretation of in love and love.
Yeah. I do agree.
You agree?
Makes sense.
Yeah, and I specifically want to talk to you about this because of your relationship that you had.
Yeah.
You've come out of a long relationship.
Yeah.
So talk to me about the two, like coming from honeymoon phase into the reality phase. Let's call it like the reality phase.
Okay, let's call it
Yeah.
reality phase. At first, 6 years ago,
Yeah.
when you first meet this person, it's so everything is just happy and everything is just
Perfect.
perfect,
Yeah.
and you don't want it to end,
You don't.
but in the back of your mind, it's going to end.
Yeah. I think that is
So
important. Can I just stop you there? I think it's important to, when you get in a relationship and know that, look, this is actually gonna end.
yeah, the honeymoon
The
phase.
honeymoon, yeah. Yeah, the honeymoon
Because
phase
I
is gonna
feel
end.
like if you really want to be with somebody, you'll stick through the reality phase.
Yeah, you should. That's what's
So,
called commitment.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, sorry, continue.
So I don't. The honeymoon phase is just. I can't even put it in words. It's different, man. It's just how you feel. You can't even explain how you feel. You just want that person, and you always want to be in their face, and you always want to hear their voice, and you always just want to be in their presence.
Yeah.
Because it's so heartwarming, if I could put it that way.
Yeah, of course.
It's just what you
It's
want.
that feeling
Yes,
and
so
whatever.
when everything actually settles down and you realize like this is not gonna happen forever. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie. I do know people that have a honeymoon phase right through their relationship.
Yeah.
It doesn't always end. Well, not end in a bad note. Because I had a bad experience. So
Okay.
I wouldn't say that it does end. But reality do kick in.
Yeah. You just
at
try to
some point.
rekindle.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
that
keep
phase.
that spark.
Yes.
between you.
That's why
So,
the people is always saying keep that spark, even though like after
so
you married or whatever you. And like you saying you had a bad experience. Like why do you say you had a bad experience with like the honeymoon phase?
No, I didn't have a bad experience with the honeymoon phase. I mean, like when reality kicked in.
Okay.
When I actually got to know this person, like know the person. You ask yourself, do you really want this for the rest of your life?
Yeah.
Like and if your answer is no, then it's no, then don't continue. And I stuck through it.
Yeah, I was just
for
gonna
6
say.
years. I still stuck through it.
And when did you realize, like, when did you contemplate the relationship?
Actually, nearing the end, when I started feeling like hey, something is up. Something is up. You're being weird. You're being different. So myself and my ex had a thing where I couldn't touch his phone. So when I had the chance to.
Yeah, obviously. I mean, that's a red flag. I mean,
no, but for 6 years I couldn't. I couldn't touch his phone, but he would always touch mine. It was a thing. So as soon as I get the opportunity to, then I go for it.
Of course.
You see?
I think any woman would do that.
That is how the whole thing ended. And now I'm free and I'm like, I thank God because I feel like a different person. I am a different person already, and it's only been like 2 months.
Yeah.
a month, 2 months.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I feel like it was a good thing actually.
It was,
in
yeah.
But a good thing for me, but a bad thing for my heart.
Yes. Look,
So-
obviously you don't want to get hurt and so forth. Like a friend of mine, he was also with a girl, and they weren't even like dating. They were like just vibing, but they lived together and
Oh
whatever.
wow.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, he's not one for relationships, but anyway. So what happened was, he wanted to end things. He wanted to say, look, I'm gonna put this to a stop. Um, I don't know if maybe it's because he wanted to be more serious or with someone else or whatever. But he made up his mind and he said, look, I want to end this. And he knew at the back of his mind he might go back, because normally when you leave just because you feel this is a good step for you or whatever, but when things get tough when you're alone, then you tend to go back.
Yeah.
And then
always. It's a thing.
yeah, and then the girl actually cheated on him. I don't know. Okay, you can call it cheating because they were vibing, they were like committed to each other and so forth.
They love together.
Yeah, so that was just like concrete for him that he needs to back away. And he took it more serious because she did that, compared to him just saying, look, I don't want to do this anymore, and then the next week or two he's back. You know? So those moments is good. Yeah. It's actually good just for the next person and for both of you actually, just to get out what you're not supposed to be in.
And I believe that everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if she didn't do that, where would they have found themselves?
Exactly.
Back and forth.
Exactly.
Which wouldn't.
Yeah.
It's not healthy
It's not.
for anybody.
It's not. And you stuck in this I don't want to say, let me just say this bubble where you're so comfortable. I mean, you know this because I mean we spoke about it before, and you said you were so comfortable in that relationship or that person specifically.
It's very, very comfortable. It
Yeah.
was the easiest thing
It was
to
the
do.
easiest, yeah. And it's so simple to go back. It's so simple to go
And
back.
because of the length of it.
Yeah, how long it was, eh?
Yeah,
It's tough because like it's not just about the two of you, but it's about family.
And everybody around us.
Yes, your friends,
Yeah.
your family. You do things together. You go out together. His friends is your
Always,
friends. Your friends is
yeah.
his friends. It's just like it's a tough thing. Like to how did you handle it though? Like the whole breakup, like.
Because of the way we broke up, I didn't take it very well. Okay, you wouldn't take any breakup
course,
well,
of
but I
course.
took this one very hard because he cheated.
Ah.
So I'm still busy healing. I'm still trying to heal. I'm trying to work on myself, and I'm just trying to be a better me for me.
For you, yeah.
And not for somebody else.
There we go,
So that
yeah.
when my Prince Charming do come one day on a white horse, I'm ready for him.
I hear you. I hear you.
understand?
So that's good.
Yeah.
So it's a good.
That's
It's
good thing.
a hard lesson, but I mean.
So also then when I met this guy, I was in the worst phase of my life. So I would say he took me out of it. So I feel like from a spiritual point of view, God sent him for me. But he overstayed his stay.
Okay. He's supposed to stay for X amount of time,
yes,
and then
for that season in my life.
Yeah.
And he overstayed his stay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That is why. Yeah. Okay, I hear you. I wanna you mentioned something, and I wanna touch on that. I've like growing up, I just realized that all women, or most women at least, want this Prince Charming. And I feel like because we grew up a certain way. We grew up watching these princess things, and there was a Prince Charming, and the guy just did the right thing and whatever. And women, when they start dating, they expect the guy to be so perfect and Prince Charming. And then it's not like that, and they're like, whoa, what?
Okay, I didn't mean it in that sense. I just meant it I just used the phrase.
Okay, just the right guy for you, I
Yes, the
suppose.
right guy for me.
But I mean, you have experience dating, so you understand. But for someone who's just starting, maybe,
Okay, they had that perspective.
yeah, they have that expectation at least.
From the guy.
Yeah, from the guy. And I suppose it's good to be in a relationship where we learn, and from, I don't want to say different relationships, because some people actually just date one and they stuck and stick.
I know somebody like that.
Yeah, and others not. Others
Yeah.
need to explore a bit, and maybe love or learn from the next person, just to find what you actually really want, or whatever, you know. So there's different ways of looking at it, or different perspectives, and so forth. So yeah, that was good. Thank you for sharing that. Just on top of the honeymoon phase, or like talking about your relationship now. I saw this interesting thing. This guy, I don't know his name actually, but so he does a podcast, right?
Okay.
But he's like very direct and straightforward and whatever, right? So he said this one thing. I watched the video a few days ago. He spoke about loyalty, right? And he said, so let's just use an example. Okay, let me use an example of me and Nikita, my wife. So we married, right? Nikita and I are married, and I can't get any woman. I'm just bad at it. Nikita just came the right place, the right time, and everything's perfect. And I can't get another woman, or there's no woman after me. Right? He says, if I can't call myself loyal. That's not loyalty. Loyalty is when we married, Nikita and I is married, and I've got a lot of options coming my way. There's women falling over for me and whatever, and I still choose to say no.
Yeah.
That is loyalty.
I would 100% agree with that.
Is it?
Yes, because like same with my situation. Okay, I don't really know what's going on in other girls' head, but
Yeah. You can only speak for yourself.
yes. So from my perspective and what I saw for the past few years, not a lot of girls were after him. So you can't call himself loyal. Like he's always saying, I was loyal to you. So
We didn't know how to pick up a girl. He
oh
wasn't
no,
the
he was
smoothest.
smooth. Oh no.
Oh, he was
a
smooth.
Casanova.
Oh,
yes,
no, then that's loyalty, don't you think?
Yeah, okay, yes, in that perspective it is. But I mean, like, still, he chose to say no, even though he could smooth out any girl. He still chose not to.
And that,
That's from previous years. I'm not talking about now.
Yeah, now it's a bit different.
So
Yeah.
now it's different. I mean, sorry. Yeah. So that I 100% agree with.
Yeah, because it makes sense. Because I've seen someone, where he's loyal, he's loyal to his girlfriend, but this guy doesn't go out much. He's just with his girlfriend, and he's never like with the boys. He's just with his girlfriend. He's not around other women and whatever. He works also with a lot of men and stuff like that. So when he comes out and there's ladies, and then he feels like he needs to get loose now and whatever.
Oh no.
You can't call yourself loyal.
No, then you're not loyal.
Yeah,
That's not
because
loyalty. Whether you spend 24/7 with that lady and you decide one day out of that 24 hours. I mean,
yeah.
out of that 7 days
Yeah.
to go out and then you feel like you can be loose. No, that's not loyalty.
That's not loyalty, yeah. But the
No,
fact that,
no.
you see, the thing is, he's been indoors with
So
the girlfriend all
once
the
he
time. So once he gets out,
Then it's
and
like-
this, yeah.
like a wild animal,
Yeah,
just
he's-
wanting to attack.
Yeah, you know, like a child in a,
Yes,
I don't know,
like a child.
like a child in a toy awl maybe, or whatever. Just
Yeah,
wants to
it's one
grab, and he wants
everywhere.
everything and whatever. So you use it like that, yeah. So that's also like not, that's not
I
loyal.
wouldn't call that
No,
loyalty.
definitely not. But I mean, he feels that way, that he's loyal, but as soon as there's a party with women and whatever, then things
Then the
change.
loyalty is gone.
Yeah,
out
then the
the
loyalty
window.
is gone, yeah, for that time being or whatever. So yeah, that was an interesting. I never saw it like that actually. It was interesting that I came across that video. But yeah, it is interesting. Um,
Question for you.
okay.
Would you consider yourself loyal?
Yes.
You do.
Yes, I will. So with me, it's about apparently I'm too you've also told me this. I'm too friendly.
Yeah.
And
And you work with a lot of ladies.
I work with a lot of ladies. I'm too friendly. I help a lot. And
You a helper.
yeah,
That's your nature.
it comes naturally. Yes,
Yeah.
not even
Not like
within.
you're trying.
Yeah, not even with an intention that I'm after you now or whatever. But it's that, like Nikita's always told me that women see it that way.
Yes. That from a woman's perspective, that's true.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I would agree with Nikita on that one.
Okay.
Because Edward was also friendly and he was very talkative. And did I just mention his name? It's fine.
It's fine, yeah.
He was very talkative and he was very friendly. And so I always felt like, whoa, you're being too nice to some people. But it's not like that. But it's about what other girls see.
Yes, how they perceive it.
How they perceive it, yes. So, yeah.
Just it's something nice to be aware of.
Yes. But, okay, I'm not going to say all ladies are going to see it like that, though. Because there are some that are aware that you're just being a nice person.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I can also be a nice person.
Yeah.
I'm always trying to help as well. That's in my nature. I'm always trying to be nice and trying to help and lend a helping hand.
Yeah, yeah.
So what, as a guy, see it from my perspective from their perspective that I'm trying something and I'm not. I'm just trying to actually genuinely be nice.
Yes, and help the next person.
So it is about who you're being nice to. So
yeah, but I mean, also like besides, like we're saying now, it's in our nature to be nice, but it's also nice to be aware that some people might
see it like that.
Yeah, just to so if I'm being nice to you and you throwing other signs at me, then I need to back down.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you need to say it like, not say like I'm not into you, but like show her like, girl, it's not like that.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to help you.
Yes. And I think it's because it's not things like that isn't as verbal. So it becomes hard,
Yeah.
because now it's all in the body language, or it's all in the act,
Yes,
and you need to
yes.
know how to handle it
Yes.
and push the girl away, but not
Yes.
necessarily saying that, but also by your actions then,
Yes.
or whatever. So it's a tough
Actions
thing.
speaks louder than words.
Action speaks louder than words. True. But yeah, it's a challenging thing to go through. But to answer your question, yeah, I do feel I'm loyal.
Okay.
But I am aware of me being friendly, because I'm friendly with guys too, as much as I'm friendly with the females.
Yeah.
But I know there's a certain boundary. Maybe like I would look out for, like if a girl hits me, she does the laugh and she hits you maybe. So I'll be aware, like, hey,
Yeah.
this is a bit now too far,
much.
or whatever,
Yeah, I see.
because apparently that's if you after a girl and she does that to you, it's a good thing. I don't know. Do you think so? Do you eat guys that you're into? Or?
No.
Oh, you don't eat guys?
No.
Really? I've read it before. Like,
Do I? I haven't been into any guys lately, so
yeah, you're not eating
I'm
anyone.
not eating anyone.
Oh, okay.
Well, not in that. I'm just joking.
Yeah, okay. Now I hear you. Okay, cool. So yeah, that went way off, but I mean it was still with regards to like a relationship and so forth, and it was more, we spoke more about romantic relationship instead of like your other relationship.
Actual
Yeah, like
relationships.
family relationship, friendships and so forth. You've got a lot of close friends. Like yeah, you've got a lot of close friends, I've noticed. It's something to be grateful for, because not much or not many of us have it. But I don't know. Yeah. Do you think you have close friends? Or is it just what I picked up?
I feel like it's just what you picked up.
Really?
I would. Okay, they are, but they aren't. Okay,
Okay.
I have to. I feel like I need to categorize my friends.
Okay. That's fine.
So
That's
they're
fine.
not. So they're not all my close friends. It's just
Okay.
people I speak to, people I hang out with,
Mm.
and because most of my friends that call themselves my best friends can't do things that I want to do. Like if I want to go out, none of them are up for it. They always have excuses. So I feel like I need new friends,
Yeah.
guys. I need new friends. Y'all can DM me. Just joking. So I do have a lot of friends, girls that I speak to, and most of them are from high school,
Okay.
which is like how many years ago? 4 years ago.
4 or 5 years ago, yeah.
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 So I they just come from high school along with
But I
me.
mean, you, in that sense, if you're saying that, then you very open with all of them.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am very. I am an open book. I'm an open
Yes,
person.
yes.
You will know everything about me. I speak. I'm not shy.
Yes.
I am shy when you meet me,
Yeah.
but like
You're open about.
I'm open about my relationships. I'm open about how I feel. I'm open. I'm always open.
You're open, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can relate with that because I'm just as open, but I've realized that it's not always a good thing.
No, I've learned my lesson.
Yeah,
there.
it's not always a good
Because
thing.
people can tend to use it against you.
Yeah.
Can I
And
just get off the topic? What zodiac sign are you?
I'm a Virgo.
Okay,
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense.
Because
I'm one too.
Because you're also a Virgo.
So
okay.
our personalities are quite alike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, the open book thing is it can, I don't know, it's so natural for me. I'm sure you can relate.
Yes.
But
But we need to
also,
learn who with whom.
yes, we
With
speak
whom,
to.
yeah.
We speak
That's one of the things I've learned from my ex.
to. Okay.
Know who you speak to. Know who you speak what to. Because you don't know who you're speaking to. You don't know who that person's gonna go confine in. People speak,
Yeah.
and like yes, you don't have to care, but at the end of the day, it's still your name that's going to be dragged around.
True.
So you have to be careful.
Yeah. And
discern.
yeah. But besides that, also, not everyone is happy for you.
Yes.
Like that's the perspective that I come from again.
Yes.
Because you want to do certain things, or you're so excited, or you're so happy that you got this new thing, or you're moving on with your life with this and that, and
That's exactly.
people is not always happy for you, and they just give
They
vibes.
pretend they're
yeah,
happy for you, but they're actually not.
yeah.
And
that is
I've eliminated quite a few
Yeah.
quite a few of them already. Because of discerning who is for me and who is not actually for me.
yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you. It's not that easy just to remove someone though.
I know it's not.
From your life.
Especially because of the way I am. I will feel sorry for you. I will feel so sorry for you first.
Okay.
But then I have to think about myself
Of
and
course.
realize like you're not good for me, man. Or maybe you're not good for me in this season, or you are good for me in a specific season.
But
So
it's time
I
to
feel
move
like
on.
it's time now that you need to get out of my life. Get off from my WhatsApp. Stop viewing my statuses.
Yeah.
Like that.
I hear you.
That
I hear you.
is-
It's not like I've always struggled. Like, I don't have a lot of friends, right? But there is a lot of people like around me on a daily whom I speak to, because I'm naturally a talker. Like my mother would say, she would say I'm a what butterfly?
social.
Social butterfly. Yeah. So naturally for me, I speak to a lot of people, but they're not necessarily my friend. You know.
Yeah.
And
you can't call anybody your
yeah,
friend at
no,
the end of the
definitely.
day.
But
Acquaintances.
yeah, we can call them.
Yeah.
But also, it's like when I was in high school, there was people I knew I needed to get rid of, but it was so hard for me to do, because where do I go to then? Then who's going to be my friend
Who
then?
do I turn to?
Yeah, I'm gonna be alone now here, or whatever. So that was a challenge for me, like especially my last few months actually of high school. I just wanted to get rid of people, and I was so excited. Oh, thank God, it's done. It's I can move on to the next phase and whatever. But I mean, it's hard if you like every day with a person, and we tend to, how can I say, we go in this way of our everyday lives is the same. We wake up, we hang out with the same people, and whatever. Now it's hard to just make that adjustment. So all of a sudden,
Yeah, it is
or
hard.
whatever. I think I suppose it's a gradual thing. Eh?
It needs to be.
Yeah. How do you
It
get rid
can't
of?
just happen
Yeah,
like
nah, it
that.
can't just happen just like that. How do you get rid of certain people?
I don't do it also immediately. What I do is I have this bad habit of building things up.
Okay.
So I notice stuff like, okay, so you're doing that now. Okay, so you're doing that now. Okay, you're doing this to me now. Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. I'll just
Okay.
keep quiet, and then
Okay.
boom, I explode, and then I delete you. It's the
Okay.
wrong thing to do, but that's how I deal with it. That's my way.
It's I don't think it's wrong. It's because at the end of the day, the goal is still being accomplished. The goal is to
Yeah.
get rid of him, so you're getting rid of him.
Yes.
But yeah, that's an interesting way. I don't know how to get rid of people. So it's hard for me.
Maybe
But
you
that's
should
that's an
learn.
interesting
And I
way.
think like everybody do it in their own ways.
Yeah.
They have their own way of doing things.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
our lives, we have our own way of doing it.
Yeah, and whatever works for me might not necessarily work for
for the
me,
next person.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I hear you with regards to that. Interesting. That's interesting. I don't think I'm close enough to people to get rid of them also. So if I'm gone, I'm gone. You know, it's not like they're gonna
Don't build
notice.
that relationship.
Yeah, I don't build that. I'm open, but I don't build that. Yeah, let's go out every weekend. Or let's do
Okay.
mad things or
But
whatever.
at the end of the day, you're married, so you can't be going out every weekend.
Yeah, but even with my wife, we can still go out and have friends and whatever. I strongly believe like you should go out, have fun and do, and just go live and explore. Even though we have a baby, or even though
Baby
we
shouldn't stop you.
Yeah, no,
Baby don't
definitely.
stop you.
From going out. We don't have to be like mad things.
No, obviously.
Like like heavy party vibes and
But chilling and going out, being social.
yeah, being social.
You need
Yeah.
a life.
Yes. No. Of
after
course.
all.
Yeah. Of course.
With or without a baby, married or not married,
Exactly.
you need a life.
You need that social
out
life.
of
Home.
home.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you, and I agree with you. And like for me, like for the past couple of weeks now, it's about a month, and I didn't go out. I've just been like studying, and it's been like work, and it's been like trying to set up the podcast and like dealing with your own financial things and the relationship and whatever. I got so much like on my plate.
That going out is not even
Like I feel it. That's how I know I should go out. I feel it like within my soul that I need to go out.
Maybe you should.
I
Give
should.
yourself that break and just go out.
Yeah,
Like,
and just go enjoy yourself. Yeah.
Yes.
I
do
should.
it. I
Yeah.
think you deserve it.
I-
After
I-
all that stress that you just spoke about,
Yeah.
I think you deserve it.
I should go. Yeah.
You
I told
do.
Nikita last week also. Yo, we need to go out. We haven't gone out like for a while and whatever. So yeah, it's interesting how we all see things and so because then again Nikita's not like that.
Okay. She's
So-
not a social butterfly.
She's not a social butterfly.
It's
Yeah.
always like that, eh?
Yeah.
Two
They-
social butterflies together? No.
It's not gonna work.
No,
You think?
no.
Were you and your ex?
I'm the introvert and he was the social butterfly.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, like speaking to people. I mean, in that sense, he didn't like to go out much, but
Oh.
he could go out because he could mingle with anybody.
Okay. Interesting.
He can speak to anybody. I wouldn't be able to speak to anybody.
So anybody new, maybe people that you were comfortable with, you can.
I can only speak to people I'm comfortable with, and that will speak to me first. But I would never approach people first.
I see.
He can do that. He can speak to any random person and just go up and be like, "Hi, I'm so and so. What you doing here? What kind of work do you do?" He will just be able to do that. I'm not.
Okay. Oh, you're not that person, but you
so-
still enjoy going out
Yes,
and being around
yes,
people.
and being around people. Even though I don't like people, but I like being around people. I don't know if that makes sense.
I don't know what makes sense and
So,
what doesn't make sense anymore.
I like going out, and I like being like driving and being in the open nature and stuff like that.
Yes. That's fun.
So
Just be out there.
yeah,
Just be out, go explore.
I just don't speak. That's my
Mm,
only problem.
I see. So you enjoy the going out.
Yeah.
It's just you don't speak. I think with Nikita and it's I want to do, or to her it seems that I want to do single men things instead of family things.
Okay, so what
Uh,
what would you consider single men things?
I
What do you think she considers
I
single men
I
things?
think like partying maybe. It's not like we.
What kind of party?
Yeah, I was just gonna say now. It's not necessarily like we're gonna go clubbing or whatever. Right?
Okay.
I've never really got to experience going to a club with my partner. I've always wanted it. But yeah, I never got to experience that, or like going to festivals. And I mean, I don't know if you
Okay,
like.
me neither.
Is it you?
Only recently, like not just before the whole breakup, was the first time we actually went clubbing together. We go to
Okay.
parties together, house parties.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
normal.
that's
But we
fine.
never went clubbing together
Mm.
because he's religious. He's
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
that is why maybe in my
Yeah,
sense.
definitely. Look,
that's why.
when it comes to, let me just talk about religion for a bit, right? I told you this before that I was also very religious,
Church-like.
church-like and church going and everything church and so forth.
He-
And he's like that,
Yes.
and he's still like that.
Sort
Maybe
of.
a bit loose, but
Maybe yeah.
yeah. But I mean, I come from that where, like, especially my high school days, I was very, this is the way, I'm gonna go this way, and
Holy.
yeah, holy. I'm not gonna do wrong, and I'm just gonna do, I can still have fun,
Yes, you
but I'm
can.
gonna
Yes, you can.
stick to the right way. And after high school, when I started exploring and experimenting, I realized in that time that I needed this. I needed to explore. I needed
know
to
what you
live.
want.
Yeah, I needed to catch on nonsense, try things out, go clubbing, go to festivals, or experimenting with the wrong things and whatever. I feel like I needed to do that. If I didn't do it, I would just be unhappy.
Yeah.
And I would always wonder,
What if?
Yeah. And I might, I don't know, like in a some point in my life, I would then just say, you know what, I'm gonna do this. I've never tried it, and I'm gonna go do it now. Maybe when I'm 40 or 50,
Yeah.
where you
We
shouldn't
get
be.
those people, eh?
Yeah, but I mean, I can understand where it comes from then,
Yeah,
because I
and
mean, if
why.
I didn't do it, I would assume I would be that person or that guy. So I needed to go through that phase, just break loose of the being holy. I'm still very spiritual within myself, but I had to break loose. It was just a personal thing for me, and everyone doesn't understand that. Like with Nikita, she's not for that, or she sees it differently, which I respect.
Oh, everybody have their own
Yeah,
opinions
yeah.
and their own views and their own
What they need to love and
Yeah.
whatever. For me, I had to do that. I know I had to do that, and for her, it wasn't necessary to do that. Like even with I feel like she has a lot of similarities with my mom. So even my mom would be like, no, I didn't have to try that. For me, it's not they the same star sign though. So they're both Capricorns. So maybe it's a Capricorn thing. I don't know, but my mom's like that. I don't have to do that. And like when we got married and we like went out a lot and whatever, and my mom was like, "Hi Nikita, you're going out now. And you're going out with her like a lot, and you're getting there and whatever." And I think that was so special because we both like had to compromise for each other then, and I had to.
That is what marriage
Yeah,
is, eh?
and I had to be like, you know what? I need to understand that home is where she wants to be. She wants to watch a movie under the blankets and cuddle and whatever. And I had to now, adjust to that and say, you know what, this is important
Bring
to
your
you.
part too,
Bring my
because she
part
tried
too.
hers.
Yeah, and she did her. She brought her part by going out with me and so forth. And it wasn't easy for her, but she
It
did it.
wasn't easy for
And it
you.
wasn't easy for me, but I did it, And I think that is
That
the.
is how you build your
Yeah, that is
relationship
how we
also, eh?
build and how we deal with it. And I think that is important, just to bring that compromise, and also besides compromising, but just showing yeah, it's just about, showing the person that you truly care for them and you're willing
And that you're
to do
willing.
that.
Yeah.
And who knows, you might even like the other side.
True.
It's interesting hearing the other side, and I
Mm.
suppose that's why they say opposite attract.
Mm.
Because yeah, it's just we both open with the opposite. So she would
Mm.
be open to what I'm doing, and I'll be open to what she's doing. Okay,
That's
so
true.
yeah, so we jumped again quickly into the romantic relationship topic again. Um, but I noted down here that I wanted to. We're probably gonna go into the romantic relationship again, but I noted about your relationship with like family, specifically your father. Okay, I want to talk about the father and daughter relationship. Because we all hear that mothers and their sons get along and fathers and their daughters get along. And like how's your relationship with your father? Let's start there.
I was gonna say that father and daughter do get along, just not me.
Okay, okay,
My father would rather get along, not rather, but he gets along better with my sister than he does with me.
okay,
So we have this love-hate relationship.
okay.
Also because I think we're a lot alike.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Oh, that's my mom would say. She would
Okay.
say, julle is dieselfde. Daarom
Uh,
kan julle nie by die
yeah,
sit by the
yeah.
same fire.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So we have this. I don't want to get emotional
Mm,
because when I do speak about this, I get a bit emotional.
okay. You don't have to talk about it, but I mean, I just wanna know, yeah, the relationship.
We have a love-hate relationship.
Mm,
Um, my dad, in his mind, he feels like it's about
okay,
giving financially,
okay.
but not emotionally. He's not an emotional person,
I
so he
see.
doesn't know how to comfort.
I
But then
see.
again, he knows how to comfort my sister.
Oh, so he does know it, but he just.
He knows it, but he just doesn't have it with me.
Mm,
And I'm not sure why. I've questioned it
mm,
quite a few times.
okay.
I've I've questioned it. I asked my mom, I asked my grandma, I asked my
Did you ask him?
no. Maybe I should.
I thought.
Be like, Daddy? Are you my daddy?
Because when you said question, when you said you
No.
questioned it, I immediately thought you asked him about it, but he just never spoke
No.
about it. Oh, you never.
Because when like why I would say that, why I would question it is because like say for instance myself and me have a argument
Mm,
or and then my mommy would step in and she would be like, okay, that's enough.
okay.
Then you
Okay.
would say, okay, cover up for your child. You would never say cover up for her or for Michaela or for cover up. You would say
your
cover up for
child.
your child. So why are you saying your child?
As
Am I
if-
not your child?
Uh,
I'm not gonna lie, my dad does a lot. He does a lot for me. He does a lot for our family.
of course, yeah.
But he doesn't give me that father bond that
that emotional bond.
that I need and that I
Crave so much.
crave. Yeah.
Mm.
And I never even took note of it until recently.
Is it okay?
And it's weird because to me he was a present, absent father. Well,
yeah.
I only realize now, like when I sit back and I think,
Mm.
you're here, but you're not here.
Yes, yes,
You
yes,
can
yes.
give money, but I don't want that.
I think men, like especially with the older generation, that was like their role.
Yeah.
Just
is
work
how
for
they
the
were brought
family.
up.
Yeah, just work for the
Yes.
family, and yeah,
Yes.
that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got
Keep
a
your
roof over
mouth.
your head. You got
Yes.
clothes on your body, and
Yeah.
you got a plate of food every night.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And I think maybe like the men growing up, that was so important to them, or that was their only role, that they didn't even see the emotion or the bond
Yeah.
with
that
their
would
children.
cause
Yeah,
when they grew up.
yeah. So it's not necessarily maybe his fault, but the way he grew up, how things were. when they grew up, when our parents grew up, and so forth.
True.
So
So I don't really blame him, but at the same time I do blame him because I feel like why can you be like that with my sister, but you can't
not
be like that with me?
so he's aware of it, yeah.
He's aware of it, but not very aware of it. He's not aware that he's doing this to me because I've never spoken to him about it. I've spoken to my mom about it. I've told her how I felt when he speaks to me. He doesn't feel like I'm his daughter and whatever. So I'm not sure if she's told him about it. Or
Maybe you
whatever.
should just talk to him. Like I challenge you, like seeing that you're getting out of your comfort zone now, whatever. I challenge you to like get out of your comfort zone and
Very weird.
not just like talk to him, like buy him a drink, and because you said once he has something in, he becomes more talkative.
Yeah, he speaks.
So
many things.
get him like a drink and say, look here, and then like talk to him.
You know what's weird though? That when he is like had a few in, he would brag about me.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
interesting.
yes, he would brag about me to all his friends.
Oh,
But he still don't. I don't care if you brag about me. You didn't. I'm not gonna say you didn't bring me here, but you didn't bring me where I am, so don't brag. Do you understand?
I hear you.
So like yes, I feel cool. Like always brag
Oh,
about
of
me.
course,
but
touch on your
no,
ego.
man. You didn't help me get here. Well, you did, but you didn't. Emotionally,
Emotionally,
you didn't.
didn't. Yeah.
Financially, maybe yes,
yeah,
but
yeah.
not emotionally. So I feel like it's important for our generation, because I'm sure older folks don't listen to podcasts.
I don't know.
You know, you have the target audience.
Yeah.
So I feel like as a guy, you should build that bond with your daughter or even your son.
Yeah.
With your child.
Yeah,
to
it's
say
interesting.
the least. Because you don't know how it will affect them at the
later
on.
stage. Yeah. And look, besides, because like with me, I just want to tell you about my experience with my son, right? Because I was a softie growing up and whatever. I didn't want my son to be like that. So I didn't want him to be the soft guy
Get
or
bullied
whatever.
or
I didn't necessarily get bullied,
No, I don't say
but
I'm saying you don't want him to get bullied.
yeah, I don't want that for him. I want him to stand his ground as a guy, you know.
Yeah.
And when I like now he's for this past year and a half, I've been like very rough on him. I'd throw him around and I'd with him and whatever, just so I can build that with him.
I will throw
Yeah,
you.
you will throw me. Look, it's cool because he can handle it or whatever. It's not like I'm gonna abuse him or whatever. But I mean, I'm building that like roughness in him.
Yeah.
I want to. That was the goal, or that was the goal.
There's a pro and a con to that, eh?
Yeah. Look, we can talk about that now. But I just want to say that Nikita spoke to me about it, and she also has a similar relationship with her father, like you were saying now. He doesn't have that. He was there, like he provided for the family, but not that
Present but
yeah,
absent.
yeah, present but absent, but not that that emotional bond. So she also spoke to me about it and said, look, this is how I was with my father, and I didn't like it or whatever. So still have that emotional bond or that love with your
Even though he's
son.
a boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
even though he's a boy, you can still be rough with him and whatever, but understand that, look, I do love you, son,
Yeah,
and
show him.
so forth. So that was also a big eye opener for me again.
Yeah, a different perspective.
Yeah, different perspective. Yeah, and that's how that's the good thing about being opposite, I suppose. But yeah, it was a learning. It was a lesson for me because in my mind it was this needs to be tough. He needs to be tough. I need to throw him around. I'm gonna throw him around. I'm gonna kick him on his feet, and I'm gonna be tough with him. You know, which is good till a certain extent. You know, because I always used to tell the kid, you don't understand. You're not a guy. You're not a guy. She can be. She's very like affectionate with him, my baby and whatever. And I'm not like
Every
that
mother,
again.
man.
Yeah, I suppose every mother, you know. But I mean, now I come and I understand our roles are different as parents. But for me, it was just be tough and be rough. I want my son.
But I'm glad that you got the other part of it and that you understand it. So.
Yeah. No, I'm
So
glad
now you can
to.
implement it.
Yes, and be a better father.
Yeah.
As time, he might not notice it now, or maybe he does, he feels it, but I mean, at a later stage,
He will understand
he will
it.
understand it much better and so forth. Yeah. So.
Because I mean, look at me. I never took note of it until recently, and what? I'm 23 already, and actually took notice of it like 2 years ago. It's amazing. It affects people differently at the end of the day.
Yeah, I suppose. What brought you to that awareness?
Everything leads back to Edward. He
Okay.
would say, I'm not your daddy. I won't do that. Or, you know, and I'm like, then I would sit and think, like, what does he mean? And then I realized, my daddy really wasn't actually there. But he was always there.
Oh, I see.
And they say, and I want to do this, I want to touch on this topic, but they say, women go for guys like the dad. No? I wouldn't say that.
Okay. I've heard about it, yeah.
I disagree. I wouldn't. My dad does nothing around the house. Where Edward would come around and do everything for me.
Yeah.
He was like my,
Uh,
like my,
mm.
my PA.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
I would.
interesting.
He's opposite of my daddy again.
Okay. So you wanted someone different.
Yes.
Okay, I hear you. I also always thought about that. I looked at my sister, and with my father because he was also there. But I looked at the partner she chose, and I thought maybe they were similar, but maybe they're not. I think my sister's partner is more in line with his emotions and more, aware of that. And my father, growing up, he was like also tough. Dad, now he's changed. He's definitely changed. I mean, I can see that, and we have like a good relationship and whatever. But I at the beginning when my sister started dating a partner, it was like they were similar. Maybe because I was just coming from it from one perspective. I was just they were both
like
they were
blinkers on.
yeah they were both gamers. So I thought they're similar and whatever, but it's probably not the case if I really think about it and so forth. But I mean I'm not gonna go much into that topic. We're heading for time. So we're not gonna be too long. I want to ask you this. It won't be long. I want to ask you. I want to do this in all my podcasts actually, right? So I wanna ask every guest that I'm with their most recent lesson.
My most recent life lesson.
Yeah, like it doesn't even have to be okay. Probably life, because everything we do revolves life. But like it can be like in work, it can be in a relationship, any relationship. It can be spirituality or self-love, religion or whatever. Any any lesson.
I get you.
Yeah.
I would say being independent.
Okay.
Because I was very dependent, on somebody else that disappointed me in the end. So now I've learned that being independent is actually a good thing.
Yeah.
It feels good.
It feels good. Yeah.
It makes me feel so good to know that I can actually do this alone.
Yeah.
And example, going to a mall, I would always drag him with me, or I would drag my mommy with me, or I would drag my sister with me, or I would drag anybody that's willing to go with me
to the mall.
to the mall, because I wouldn't want to walk alone. And just recently I told myself, no man, I'm put on my big girl panties. I'm gonna do this alone. I can.
Yes.
I mean, I'm old enough to do it. I'm sure I can. And I did it, and I didn't feel awkward. I didn't feel nervous. I drove alone, got there alone, walked around, did what I needed to do, and I did it alone, and it felt so good. It felt very, very good.
That's good.
So
and that's
independence would be one of the biggest right now.
The recent lessons, yeah. And it's I mean, I've always you seemed very independent though, because I mean you got your things in order. I mean you got your own car. You can drive wherever you want to drive and go whatever.
It's different when you look at somebody from the outside.
True.
Until you get to know them.
True.
And understand them. So anybody that will look at me will be like, oh, she have a good job. Oh, she has a car. Oh, she
does this and that.
dresses like this and she has this and she has that.
mm.
But you don't know me.
Yes,
You
yes, yes, yes,
understand?
yes.
And so I think it's a good thing.
It's definitely a good thing. It's part of growth. I mean, you're
Good
growing.
thing. No,
You're growing.
I mean,
So,
like from the other people looking
oh,
in
okay.
from the outside,
From the
thinking,
outside.
oh, she looks independent. She's independent. You know, so yeah, independence, and I'm still working on it, and I'm
Yeah,
getting there,
you're
and
getting there.
yeah, I'm proud of myself, even if I
Yes,
have
no,
to
you
say
should be.
so
You should be.
myself.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow, that's interesting. It's part of. It's all about growth.
At the end of the day, it's
It's all
growth,
about
it's
growth.
life.
Yeah, and
We
it's a
need to
journey.
can't be stagnant.
Yes, it's a journey.
That just before we end, sorry, that
Mm.
was one of the things I felt in my relationship. Felt like our relationship was stagnant. It didn't grow. We didn't grow together. We didn't. I just felt stagnant. Like we were in the same place for so long.
Mm.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That's in,
independence.
yeah,
Let's end off with
independence.
that.
Interesting. Can I just say something on my recent lesson? I know we're running against time and that, but I don't know if it's a recent lesson, but I've learned it. I've learned it before. Is with regards to
Mm.
judging like people, whether they do things differently or just the way they handle things or where they come from or whatever. And I'm constantly reminded that I because sometimes I get overconfident with certain things, and I constantly need to remind myself. And when I do become overconfident, I tend to like judge or see people a certain way and whatever. And I'm constantly reminding myself that it's not
Shouldn't be
okay.
like that.
Yeah, to judge, and you've also got things, and you also not perfect. I'm also not
No one's
perfect, and I also have got my own struggles and whatever. So I'm always bringing down that ego of mine, or that confidence, because sometimes it's a bit more than confidence. It can turn into arrogance, and arrogance is
And nobody
not
like that,
yeah, no
eh?
one likes arrogance. And I mean, I'm constantly reminding myself that I just be humble, don't judge, because that could have been you, or whatever. So just yeah, be humble. Be humble. Yeah, that's the last thing I want to say.
Okay.
Thank you, Michaela.
It's a pleasure, then. Thank you for taking me out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Into
It
the
was-
grow. I feel less nervous now.
Yeah, no, definitely. You can definitely do another podcast after
Okay,
this. But I mean, thank you. Yeah, this was fun. This was good. I hope you guys listening took something and could like run with it. Whether it was something I said or Michaela said or whatever. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys in the next one. And as my logo says, don't forget to love life and be happy.